Hello, everybody. Recap Wednesday. How'd you like that new intro, everybody? Wait till you come in. Hello, Richard. Hello, Gloria. It was a great show last night again. They're showing us the best for last. That's how TV works. Yup, Caroline, I've seen that, and Judy told me that. That's another drilling down on May 10th. Hello, Starlene. Hello, DD. Thanks for coming in. And from Canada, way up there in Canada, it's Judy. Hello, Judy.
Hello, John. Hi, everybody. Good to be here as always. And what a great night we had last night.
What's up, Doug? As long as you can hear Judy okay, see me okay. And there is Cindy, right on the ball. I got so many people in chat, Judy, it's going by so fast. It went right by.
I haven't picked you up yet. I haven't picked you up yet, so.
Yep. You know, and also I got my video always going on my moderator to show you the Oak Island. I just love it. And there's Ashley. Hello, I can see and hear both of you and Judy. We're ready to go. Hello, Becky. Are you ready for this recap tonight? And Sandollar says, hello, Judy.
Hi, Sandollar.
And Deborah Polk. And the crew's coming all in. Like usual, we only have 7 more days, guys. 7 more days. I want to get my thank yous out there. Hello, Kathy. The hook's in the house. Kathy, you ready for the big hook next Tuesday night? I'm ready. Big hook, like a 3-foot hook we're going to get Tuesday night.
Look out, Kathy.
Like a whale hook we're going to get. And I'll tell you why in a second once I do my my thank yous. I want to thank all my YouTube supporters. The Knights, Captains, Marshals, Essentials, Starlene and Idet and Caroline and Virginia, Luke and Jeff and Curtis and Janet and Kelly and Becky and Josh and Mark, Sandollar Todd, Roxy Jazz Dia and Wayne, and also for my supporters on 24/7, Judy with Daniel Spino. I thank you guys so much. And Judy's live. I thank you for what you do, Judy. Thank you so much.
Oh, John, you're welcome. I love it.
I want to thank my moderators, Tammy, Judy, Daniel, Starlene, Michelle, and Kathy, with our 2 new rookies, MC and Tanya, helping us out on the Templar side and the Oak Island side. And our lifetime contributor, Chris Dona. Our call-in number, when you see it, roll it in on the bottom. That's the time to call in. Judy will get off, and you'll call in and text it first and let us know you're calling in on the chat. It's 1-323-813-4135. Thank you, all of my Quest members who are my main crew, my YouTube members. Also, we have a new Templar Facebook for Templar only history and artifacts, and also our live feed to Twitter. I also want to thank our audio podcast from Anchor Host, which has iHeartRadio, Apple, Google, Amazon, Spotify is showing the videos of our podcast, Judy, but the rest is still all audio.
Oh boy, we're busy.
So also, I want to mention this because we started this new Templar Facebook group and we have Templar Quest on YouTube. Please join there and subscribe because we want to try to separate if it's not connected to Oak Island in some way, in some form. We do not want to flood the Quest of Oak Island page with Templar stuff that's not tied in, even though a lot of it is, to Oak Island. So that's why I made the Templar Facebook page and the Templar YouTube page, the YouTube group. If I get somebody on that just wants to talk Templar and history, we'll be YouTubing from the Templar Quest YouTube channel, and that'll be live on the Templar Facebook page. It will not be live on the Oak Island page because that's Oak Island. Everybody got what I'm saying here, Judy?
Yep, I think so, John.
Oak Island's for Oak Island. And if it's just Templars only, that's for the Templars. Ready? Next week, we got a drilling down at 8 o'clock. It's called the Freemason Factor. And then at 9, we have a last show of the season called Treasure Island. So I wanted to put this out there before Judy gets into her synopsis and we start getting into this. I was thinking, guys, why would they call the final episode in the final, not final season, but season 9, final episode, Treasure Island? Hello, Daniel.
I've been wondering the same thing, John. I hope you have an answer.
I got an idea why they're calling it Treasure Island, guys. Now, this is only Johnny's brain working. I got smoke coming out of my ears for the last 2 weeks here. We were always asking about the Muon, or Muon, M-U-O-N, detection that goes from the ground underneath as they were drilling a hole or put a caisson hole down and put this technology down, I don't know, 200 feet, 150 feet, or put it down in 10x or whatever they put it down with, to give us an idea of what it looks like from the bottom up. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, John. I'm anxious to see that. I certainly hope they use it.
So this was the technology from the bottom up. They might have did it months ago, weeks ago. We have no idea. But in the promotion last night, they showed the scan and they showed objects underneath. This is why they're calling it Treasure Island. We see red, we see yellow. Treasure. I'm sort of disappointed.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sort of disappointed on Spooner Silver, but that might be silver. That might be relics. But if they know exactly where it's going or where it is, they can drill right to that point. So I think definitely, like I told Judy, I think we're going to have a season 10. There's just a lot more unanswered questions. And if you look to the left of that picture, you see like tunnels, trails, roads, whatever it is, but it was going deeper. Now you see to the left of this picture, it looks like a canyon or a canal, Judy. You see that line? Are you with me?
Yes, I do see it.
This is on Oak Island, Kathy. This is at the Money Pit. Hello, Darlene. How are you? It could really reveal pockets in the bedrock, but why isn't it showing the 3 caisson holes? I was wondering. We have 3 caissons that are permanently in the island, Judy.
Yes, we do.
So if this thing's showing everything from the underneath up on the island, it should be showing H8, V3, and C1 caissons. I can't point them out. I don't know where they are. So obviously, if I saw 3 caisson channels coming down, then I would say, okay. But as far as I know, they're showing us these red marks. The yellow marks might be the caissons. I don't know. Kylie, there's one more show next Tuesday, drilling down at 8. The final is at 9. And I guess like with, I don't want to get people confused. And then after that, we'll talk about next week. There's a May 10th drilling down. So I don't want to put too many people out and get them confused. So we'll talk about that next Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be on. And Scott says maybe they put filters on the screenshots. Yeah, maybe. But I would say if they're showing from the bottom up, all right, well, where's 10x? But maybe this is just a portion of the money pit area itself. Obviously, this is not the whole island. You know what I mean, Judy?
I do, John, and I hadn't thought about this because I hadn't really looked at it. And now you've got me really wanting next week's show.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just guessing, guys. I'm just guessing. Is this the whole island? It doesn't look like an elephant to me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look for the outlines, or they blacked it out, the black around the part. I don't know what they're doing, or they fogged out things in the screenshot and in the video. So we got to see. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yeah, all we can do is wait. Sure doesn't look like it would be the whole island to me.
Nah. But, we're looking, if it was, it would look like the elephant, right? From the bottom up, well, it's got to look like the elephant.
Right, exactly.
So that's my interpretation of why they're calling it Treasure Island. Because last year they left us off on spoon or silver, talking about treasure on the table. You remember that?
Oh, yes, very well.
And now this year, Kathy, the big hook is going to be this thing showed treasure. I don't know if they're going to call it treasure, but, a very interesting development found by this new technology. And there's Kylie. I watch from New Zealand, and I'm so excited to see what happens next. Well, we got one more show, so it's all in there. We still got the caisson to finish out. So who knows what they can pull up there? You know what I mean?
You're right, John. Anything could happen next week, but they will leave us hanging. That much I know.
Yep, the big whale hook. That's what we got. So we'll see. When we know, we'll let you guys know after next week. And we just go from there, play it by ear. Like I told Judy, we just see what happens. Because, if they do find something, then that comes to a halt. And then they'll maybe move on to other treasures if they do. But all depends on what they find, the timing, what they want to do. If they still want to be on TV. There's a lot of factors in this whole thing, Judy.
Yes, there is, John. Let's just hope they give us another season and that we can find out the answer to this mystery.
And can you imagine, Judy, if when they do find something, what complications that's all going to arise just to do that?
Oh, I've thought about it many times, John, especially if it happens to be the Templar treasure. There will be a lot of complications.
Yep. And Jeff M says, hello, John, and congratulations, Judy. Yeah, it was Appreciation Day for Judy. I was going to wait till next week, the last show, but I'm going to have so much to do next week. I'm trying to get guests on, trying to give you the best show I can give you guys Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I gave Judy today is her day. Today was Wednesday, April 27th. I appreciate everything you do. The members appreciate you, and they see how much hard work you do. And I know how much hard work you do doing these synopsises. And it's just, I couldn't do it without you, and I appreciate you 100%, Judy.
Well, thank you, John. That made my day when I got up this morning and turned on my phone, and there it was. And I appreciate everyone for everything you say. You guys are the best. You make my life.
Yep, we make everybody a lot of happy smiles on this group, and we'll continue. No matter what happens with the show or us, we'll always be on. We can divert to other objects. We can divert to other objects. And we'll always be a crew together because you get to know everybody. And the information, everybody loves the same information because it's not like you're talking to somebody and they go, huh, what are you talking about? What the heck are you talking about? No, it's like 70,900 people know what the heck we're talking about, and everybody understands. You know what I mean?
Right, John. It's so great to be able to have people to share it all with, for sure.
And one of these days, if possible, we should have like a Oak Island con at like a hotel or something. You know what I mean?
Right. That'd be good.
Somehow, if you get big or something like that and get sponsors and have people like a central location, just meet and chat, you know, have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a lot of water. That would be the buffet. And then you would.
Hey, it would be the people that matter, not the food.
And then you'd be me, Judy, Daniel, Kathy would be all at the head table. Would just be all mumbling together.
Oh, that's sounding nicer all the time.
Yep, we'll give Daniel the podium, let him talk for about 3 hours, and I'll just get on and talk for about 15 minutes and go to the bar.
Oh, Daniel says lasagna. Okay. Yes, Daniel.
He'll bring 500 pounds of lasagna. I'll bring 50 pounds of homemades, onion pie, tomato pie, and a half a keg of beer.
We're game.
So that'll be good. And then you other guys can do your camping trip at Oak Island. We'll have to pull some strings with the guys up there so you can camp up there, you know, and have your video recorders playing and give us your camping stories.
Yeah, we're going to sit up all night around the fire so we can see what happens on Oak Island at night.
Yep, but if y'all don't come back for some reason, I'll need new people to run the group. But very good. So what did you guys think of the show last night? No stuffed artichokes. Nah, I should eat my veggies, but not Johnny.
Tammy says, do we all dress up as our favorite Oak Island cast?
Yep, all you'll probably be wearing a white goatee. That's not going to look good. So, what was your favorite part of last night? Yeah, Linda, it'll be a new show. Whatever happened to? They went camping and they never came back, like the Lost Triangle.
I'm really not afraid.
But
my favorite last night, John, was the well. I thought it was fantastic.
A very good comparison, wasn't it?
Oh, unbelievable. It really was.
Yep, Richard. No wood. We're looking at a lot of rocks, but a lot of theories. No, we're looking at comparisons. How was this compared to Oak Island? We compare this to that to this. It's not a theory. It's, here it is. Do you believe it or not? Here it is in Portugal. Does it match in Oak Island? Black and white. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, for sure, John. Cindy says the best part was the look of wonder on Rick's face as they saw every beautiful building. And she's right. It was great to see it.
Yeah, like Neil says, when they showed that picture of the oak tree looking up from the bottom of the inverted well up, and you saw the oak tree branches on top. I said, you know what? How much more can there be than that?
Exactly. It was unreal, really.
Yup, playground. Just a lot of common features. Yup, looking up. Yup. It's so beautiful there. I not seen it, but on YouTube I looked around, but not when Corian brought us in there. And the buildings and the architecture and the castles and the churches and the paintings and the holy schmoly lordy 40. Big time lordy 40. You know what I mean?
What amazes me is that the Templars were able to build all of that in the 1100s. It's amazing.
So, Judy, if they can do that, they can actually almost do anything.
Yes, they can. No reason why they couldn't have built tunnels on Oak Island.
Nope. Either from the shore, in a sinkhole, it just doesn't matter. They just do it. Just like you have a carpenter, an old-time carpenter, they can build anything, out of any kind of wood. It comes out perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. You got it.
They're just masters in their craft, and that's why they're called masters, because they can do it. Alrighty. I think Portugal should be our field trip. Does it cost less than $30? I'm in.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yup, Richard. Daniel says the Portuguese were on Oak Island. There's proof.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yep, Jeff, to see that in person, then go out to dinner. You have to go nice and slow. At least a 10-day trip. What do you think, guys?
Yep, at least.
Then we might as well go to Spain. Maybe we'll get History Channel to pay for it.
Good luck, John.
I can dream.
Yes, you can.
All right, let me bring Judy's pictures up and get her second to last synopsis going. Okay, let me see. Where are you, Judy? All right, Judy, your picture's up. When you're ready, I thank you very much. Go ahead.
Thank you. And guys, this is season 9, and it's episode either 24 or 25. Again, we're confused. And it's called On the Road. It's a brisk fall morning in the Money Pit area, and the team is 57 feet down in the 5th and final 10-foot hole of the season, B4C. Terry points out that so far, they have hit a maroon-colored till, and at 90 feet down, they should hit the top of the first suspected tunnel. Undisturbed, dense material is good for a tunnel, says Terry. Later that morning in the war room, the team meets with Rick and Doug via video from Tomar, Portugal. Rick tells them that you can't separate Portugal from the Templars. Rick and Doug show the team pictures of the Roman stone road 40 miles outside of Tomar that was built by the Templars. Putting a picture of the stone road in the Oak Island swamp beside these, they see that they are built the same. Could it be the Templars built the road in the swamp? Their guide, Zhao, tells them that this kind of road is suitable for a swamp. Later that afternoon on Lot 15, east of the swamp, the team is digging to see if the stone road in the swamp continues towards the Money Pit. After seeing the road in Portugal, Marty was able to get a permit to dig here once again. Marty, in the small excavator, digs 2 scoops and the sound of him scraping rock is heard. Steve points out there is lots of cobble, so Marty digs further, and they find a flat area with more cobble. As Steve points out that this structure is the same width as the stone road in the swamp, Marty says, "Let's have Laird look at it." Back in Tomar, Portugal, the team is gathered at a Templar Stronghold called the Convent of Christ, built by the Templars in March of 1160. They enter the church, and Corian says, "Welcome to the New Jerusalem, the Templars' Holy of Holies." Rick concludes that this church defies the imagination. Corian then tells them there are aqueducts below the church that are fed by finger drains. He shows them a carving on the wall of a hand in a circle with fingers pointing down. Yes, this carving looks the same as the box drains on Oak Island that are also referred to as finger drains. Corian says there are 5 or 6 more of these carvings and proceeds to show the team around the church where they are. Zhao points out that the drains are square, just like the drains on Oak Island. Did the Templars construct the drains on Oak Island? Corian then takes the team to a more medieval part of the grounds, the original grand entrance gate. On the arch over the gate is carved a Templar cross, and straight down is another cross with 4 dots on each corner, just the same as the one found on the Oak Island HO stone. Zhao says that this symbol shows that this item belonged to the Templars. Corian reminds them of the cross on the church that also has a cross with a dot in the center that is on the HO stone too. This symbol stands for gold. Is there Templar gold on Oak Island? 2,800 miles west on Oak Island, on Lot 15, Laird picks up a piece of slate rock from the new dig site, and Billy points out that slate is not found on this side of the island, so this had to have been laid here. Laird says the area is loose and the right size for the stone road, so Marty wants to keep digging. In Lisbon, Portugal, the team have arrived at the military museum with a replica of the Portuguese stone shot found on Oak Island. They ask their guides if these shots could have been made in the Azores or here in Portugal, and they said definitely. They also point out that the guns that use these shots would be on a ship and could also be moved onto the island. Alex then puts the shot into the exit hole of a 15th to 16th century 4-centimeter gun, and it fits perfectly. Later that afternoon, 20 miles west of Lisbon, in the town of Sintra, the team arrives at land and a palace once managed by the Templars. It was given to them in the mid-1100s by the King of Portugal. Corian and Zhao take them to what's called the Templars Initiation Well. It is 13 feet across at the top and goes down 9 platforms, just as the money pit does. Doug says this is Masonic at its core. They then descend the spiral staircase to the bottom of the well, and when looking up, they see an oak tree over the well, just as there was one over the money pit. The team then remembers that in 1963, the Restalls found what they believed to be a spiral tunnel 100 feet down around the money pit. Is that a coincidence? As they conclude their visit to Portugal, Corian points out how amazing it is that these symbols and constructions were carried through from the Templars to the Order of Christ and to the Masons today. Back on Oak Island, Billy digs deeper into the construction on Lot 15. Laird takes a close look and finds the area to be shallow, and the stones are definitely placed, making him believe this is a structure. It seems the builders placed the stones in the low areas to make the roadway flat, filling holes just as they do on our roads today. As Billy finds the edge of the road, Laird says they must now dig by hand, and Marty agrees that more investigation is needed, as this construct resembles the stone road in Portugal. Did the Templars build this road? Stay tuned for the season final episode next week, Acorns, and stay safe, please.
Very, very fantastic, excellent synopsis, Judy. Thank you so much. Very professionally done.
Thank you, John, very much. It was a good one to write.
Lordy 40. A lot of stuff in there, guys.
Oh, it sure was.
Have a sip of wine, have a sip of water, have a sip of coffee.
All together, John? Okay.
Yeah. Unbelievable, guys. Of course, it'll be all printed out on the Facebook Quest page later on tonight. And that's the normal how we do it. Again, if you're on YouTube, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you can. It's free. And we have a new item that YouTube gave me today. And it's unbelievable. It's called Thanks. Because before, when they used to do live super chats and stickers, Judy, they send you $4, $5, $10. But you had to be live. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Now, there's a thanks under each video that I don't have to be online. If you love the video, you love the content, you just hit that thanks button and it generates income on all my videos from the past to the present, and I don't have to be live. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, hey, that sounds great, John. That's even better.
Yeah, I don't know how I earned it. I must have earned it because I don't know how many people got this thanks thing. I don't know. I don't pay attention, but I get notices from YouTube that we're doing very good on views. We're doing very good on people's attention. And it just comes, you know what I mean? It just comes in. So I want to thank YouTube for that. And anybody that wants to try it to see if it works, I thank you so much. It's a new thing. It's called Thanks, only on the YouTube side, Judy. That's all it is.
Okay, John. Everybody, give it a go.
I guess it goes from $2 up, I guess.
Okay. All righty, John. Hey, I'm happy you earned that.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Very good job, Judy. All right, let me get your picture off here. And then we'll get into the screenshots. Where are you? There you are. There I am, watching my Oak Island video. I can't get enough of it. It's very rare that you have your own Oak Island video to show that nobody's owning, because you can't just show things that you don't own. And this is a very good thing that happened to me, and I appreciate how I got it. And I thank the person so much, Judy.
Well, it's certainly beautiful. Job well done. I enjoy it as well.
You know, I don't know if any other podcaster or group has this. I have no idea. But I'd like to be the first. I'd like to try new things, as you guys know. We'd like to talk outside the box and inside the box. And I appreciate each one of you sticking with me this season. And I thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, John, for doing all you do and for giving us all this opportunity.
You're very welcome. All righty. If you guys got questions, I'll see it to the right. Let me go look on Facebook. We'll start off with a couple of thank yous for Judy. Hello, Scott. How are you? Got to put thank yous in there.
Thank you, Starine. Thank you, BC. And Gloria, thank you. Oh, you, John.
They're going by so fast I can't even.
Yep. Thank you, Dee Dee. And Deborah, I talked to her today.
Alrighty.
Honestly, John, I've had such a marvelous day. These people in this group are the best. They really are.
Okay. Alrighty. So here we are. They started out at the money pit on the last or the fifth last case on. And I didn't even think they would do one, Judy. I thought maybe just one case on. And we end up doing 5. You know, that was surprising to me.
Yeah, you were sure they would only do one, that they would only have time for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we were all amazed, really.
Mm-hmm. So there they all looking on the case on, looking on that grab. Will this be the grab that we see something? Will this be the grab that we see something? Oh, my lordy 40. That must drive them crazy.
Gary's face always looks like this is going to be the one.
Well, he's the only one that talks.
Yes, you're right.
Who else talks on the show, really? You know, as he's seeing things and doing things and surface finds. Without Gary, we'd have all that closed caption. That's all we'd have.
Yeah, you're right, for sure. Yeah, I love listening to him. He's always so enthusiastic and so positive.
Yep. And there's Terry. Get these guys back on towards the end of the season. And there's Jack.
Terry's another one that's always very positive.
Yep, and there's Jack the Beard Begley.
Yes, it is.
Give him a little shout out there. Like a roll call towards the end of the season. Like we don't know who these guys are, right?
Right, exactly. Sure we don't.
How many times do they show them these guys and the names per show? How many times?
Oh, I couldn't even count.
And there they are at the 5th can, doing their thing. And here they are calling in from Tomar, Portugal, showing them the Templar Stone Road that was redone. There's my main man, Danny Smith. I always told Vanessa I want to get him on. And she told Danny that I wanted him on, so we'll see.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? I'd love it.
He must have been freezing up there. And of course, in that area of concern with case on number 5, they found the oldest wood in there, and that's what they're looking for. B4C. And these are the spots that they found the highest concentration of gold and silver, but we haven't found anything but the red dots, according to Dr. Spooner is where the highest concentrations are, and we've been digging all over, you know, Judy?
Right, we have, John. Oh, hopefully next year, if there's another one, we'll see some silver.
Lordy 40. Then this new technology, but now they have to dig it out by hand, and guess who's got to come back to do that?
Oh, the archaeologists, for sure.
Yep. Now, if this road goes from where they are here to the money pit, that's just as long, if not longer, than the road itself. So there's 3 seasons right there.
Well, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's only uncovered that little bit where he is, and if it goes from there all the way to the money pit and they got to do it by hand, Lordy 40.
Yeah, gonna take a while.
So that's another spot. I'm just saying, as far as content, they'll have to go through that like they did the pathway. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm looking at how long it would take them, what areas are they at, and I wish they would go to Mercy Point, but that's beyond me.
Oh, me too. That's the one spot I'd really like to see them dig.
Now, can you imagine if they had to go through all this? One spot, I guess, went to the kill, and this new spot that they have to uncover by hand. We're good for 3 more seasons.
I won't argue with that.
Right, Tim? If they find any kind of native items, well, of course, that area will be shut down like we know how it is. That's the name of the game, you know what I mean? If you got an island and it's historical and they find things like that, but please have the Mi'kmaq people there when they do this. You know what I mean?
I think that would be an excellent idea.
You know, give them their own trailer and Playground Justice. I predict 33 seasons.
John, that's a lot. Will I still be here?
I'll be dead by then. You have to pass it on to the next hair.
Yep, I guess we would.
Nobody,
I want to know. No, I want to know.
Yeah, we want to know. These guys are all bundled up. They're looking for that road continuation because they can't go to the spot because it's limited. So they got to go off that spot to see if it continues to continue. Don't know if it could be an up door, up the uplands, a back door. I have no idea. I'm still saying if something's buried that deep and it's a religious artifact, it wasn't made to go retrieve in and out, if it's still there. Or it was in a shallow part and it's already gone to another area. You know, Judy?
Right. I agree, John. I doubt very much if it's still there, but I'm hoping still.
Yep, and we don't know for sure, but the way they're pointing to Portugal, that the Templars were definitely there. And just to see their steps, even just to see their footsteps, would satisfy me. You know what I mean, Judy?
Oh, I agree 100%, John. Nobody can tell me now that the Templars weren't on Oak Island.
Right.
I am sure they were.
Now look at the pictures in that church. Oh my lordy 40.
Oh, isn't that unreal? Wow.
Now these got to be public tours, right? I mean, you go to these places, it's got to be the public tour something there, right?
I would think so, yes.
Yeah, they're not private. Imagine building that ceiling. I'm a civil engineering, and I'm going, how in the world did they do this and put the gold flake on top of these items? Oh my lordy flordy.
John, I have no idea. I wish I could go back in time and watch them do it.
Just unbelievable. When I used to do carpentry, we had a master carpenter. He was the top notch. So whoever did this was the master carpenter or the master mason. You know what I mean, guys?
For sure. For darn sure.
Not the guys.
And these guys work together.
Yep.
They intertwined with each other.
Yep. And not the guys setting up the ladders and the scaffolding. I mean, the guys that actually come up with these ideas and build it themselves. Unbelievable.
It sure is.
Yep. Scott and Jeff is just, how in the heck? Unbelievable. And this is what Judy was saying about the hand. And people were looking at a longer index finger. I think it's another piece on the bottom of a cross. Do you see the middle finger?
Yes.
And they thought it was an elongated finger, but I think it stops. And there's like a cross, and then there's a member going across. Do you guys see that?
I do, John. I didn't before, but I do now.
What do you guys think on this picture, guys? Help me out. I know it looked like an elongated finger, but you see like them 3 dots or them 3 white dots. I don't know where they're from. Probably just the camera. It looks like the top of a cross, like the hand is reaching for a cross. You know what I mean? Even though it's finger drains, I guess, but it looks like the hand is coming down on the top of the cross. It's not showing the whole cross. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's so hard to tell, John. Unless that middle finger is connecting to the tunnel. Don't know.
Yep, Scott. It looks like it stops at the same finger height of the other fingers. Not the thumb, but the fingers. Looks like, you got the little finger, but, it doesn't look elongated to me, but that's just me. Why didn't they just put the first finger, like your regular point? That's something with one finger, but they show 5. So they're comparing that to the 5 drains in Oak Island.
Yes.
But Johnny's always got to look at different angles.
Well, John, if they could build those aqueducts there, they could certainly build tunnels on Oak Island.
The white dots, I think, is just the screenshot or the films. There's not white dots on there. They were thinking of the finger drains. There it is. So there's another comparison. Yep, Carolina could be that open hand basin on the bacon and Freemason symbol, how they open their hand up and they put it against their heart or their chest. That's also possible.
Yes.
And here's the aqueduct with the flat stones for the water. Very, very interesting.
Sure is.
It took 12 years, but we're finally getting some kind of comparison. You know what I mean?
It's great. It's so interesting.
And cano means pipe in Portuguese. Thank you, Daniel.
Oh, thank you.
But you know what I mean? The guys have been there for what, 13 years, 14 years?
Right. Yes, they have.
And this stuff in Portugal's been there for since 1100, and we're finally getting the connection.
It's a good thing Corian came along and introduced them to this.
Then above the original gate of the original castle, where they walked out to go, whatever their voyages are, to go to their boats, to the ports, or whatever they had to leave, they looked up, they saw the Templar cross above the archway, and this. Oh my lordy 40.
Wow.
And this is going to sound crazy. Well, I think I know why it's worn away. this is going to really sound crazy, guys. I played a lot of baseball in my life. And of course, when I had regular TV and cable TV, I used to watch the Yankees play. And when they made the Yankee Stadium in New York City, or the Bronx, out of the locker room, like Babe Ruth and Lou Gregg and all the rest of them, before they entered the field, there was a special symbol on the ceiling that was reachable that they all touched with their hand before they went out and played baseball. I think this is the same as for the Templars. As they left the castle to go on their voyage, they left the castle to go on a battle or whatever, they actually touched this thing for good luck. What do you think, guys?
John, I kind of think either Corian or Jow did say that that they did do that on that spot.
I don't remember hearing that, but go ahead.
I think that, I'm pretty sure I heard that.
Well, then it correlates what I think then, I guess.
Yeah, like what a good comparison there.
Yep. They get out of the locker room. I forgot what kind of emblem was on there for good luck, and then went out to play baseball. From the 1900s till now, it's still there.
Wow. Ashley says, I think you're right. I saw one of them touch it as they left. I think it was Alex.
Okay, Ashley, thank you. Like I said, I'm getting pretty fried, so. All right, and they're comparing
You're doing fine.
They're comparing it to the HO stone. That other symbol with the circle could be gold. Templar's gold. H.
Unbelievable.
Harry's gold. H. Harold's gold. But another comparison, guys. I thought was dots and crosses on the 90-foot stone too. So then this thing we found. That's the gun that the stone ammo fit in. That can be on a ship. They take it off. Could be set up on the island, Judy.
Yes, Daniel put a great picture on our page, guys, of these guns being used on land, if you want to take a look.
Yep, I got it in my talk points. We'll show one later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And there's Rick. You know, why did they have to offload this gun off the boat? What were they protecting? You know what I mean? You start scratching your head, Judy. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly, John. They were protecting something for sure.
I mean, the only way they'd come in is by boat because there was no causeway or nothing. So it's pretty obvious who's coming at you, you know?
Right, exactly.
There was no parachuters at this time.
Nope, that's true. There was not.
Very strange, very, very interesting.
Daniel says the Battle of Oak Island.
Yep, and Scott says, who were they shooting at? Who the heck knows? Maybe they used it to shoot deer. They've got to eat, right?
Right. Would be interesting to know. And, maybe they just practiced with them. Maybe they never really had to use them against anyone.
Who knows? They had weapons to kill for food because obviously you got to eat, Judy. I mean, how long you there? I don't care what you have on your ship. You got to eat.
Right. Exactly.
And there's our main man, Corian.
Tim says that the war may have been going, or pirates they might have been shooting at.
Yep. Just don't know. We're just trying to put the pieces together, and this is just, I love this. This last 2 episodes knocked it out of the park with Corian. It was a home run for me.
Yeah, me too, for darn sure. Daniel says coming soon, so he must be coming up with something that's going to maybe answer that question for us.
Okay. He's the best.
He is.
And there's Doug looking around the pole. Yup, Doug, it does seem like the 90-foot money pit. Yes, sure does. But when you saw that tree from the bottom, Judy, it said, "Oh my lordy 40, how can that be?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was almost eerie.
I mean, even down to that detail, you know.
Right.
And of course, they went to the bottom. And of course, there was tunnels to go outside from the bottom. That's what we like to find, some kind of back door for our situation. You know what I mean, guys?
Right. I was actually very happy that they didn't have to climb back up that staircase.
And don't forget, this was all redone in the 1900s. This is not from the 1100s. This was all done by the British in the 1900s.
Right.
And there's the Ristalls. And here's where they're showing some of the spiral tunnels that he marked everything. Rustall was like Fred Nolan. He marked everything down. He measured everything. He was pretty good in record keeping, Judy.
He was, and I had forgotten about those spiral tunnels till they mentioned it. Forgot all about it.
And then BC says, notice the 4 triangles at the bottom. Yep. Very good, BC. And this is how they were portraying the tunnels and the levels. And then going down to 104 feet, they got some kind of treasure chest there or barrels. I mean, why even draw this if you didn't even think that could be, you know, Judy? Where'd this come from, you know?
Right, exactly. They had to have seen something and really thought that through.
And this picture blew me away. Yes, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
When you look up and see the tree over the opening, unbelievable, guys. Lordy, big 40.
I think I sat here with my mouth open, John. I was flabbergasted.
And this is some of the stonework they're doing on, was it lot 15, I think it was, right, Judy? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And I'm thinking, when Laird said we got to do this by hand, that's when I came up to this conclusion that, that's going to take a while to do that, you know?
Yes, it will, for sure.
And had to get a picture of Billy. He's got a coat on, but that's about it. It must have been cold for him to put a coat on.
Yes, for sure. Because you don't see that often.
No. There's our main man, Steve. He's not around anymore for some reason. On the social part, social media. Then there's Gary again. Then them showing the pathway that actually looks like the pathway at Oak Island before the other archaeologists redid it. That sure does look like the pathway. You know what I mean, Judy?
Oh, they look so much the same. I am sure the Templars did both.
Yep, Tim, we don't know how many artifacts were ever taken from Oak Island. It's in somebody's private collection. We'll never know that. But this is the picture that's got me crazy. Let me see here. Ready? And we'll show Daniel's picture about the guns. Let me see if I can get this, Judy. I'm pressing buttons all over the place. If I delete myself, you'll know where I am.
Just don't leave me alone, okay?
You'll take over, Judy. If I delete the button, I'm hitting so many buttons, I'm getting confused myself over here.
Oh, dear. Don't do that, John. I can't do this by myself.
There you go. Thank you, Daniel, the professor, the historian of Quest of Oak Island, Spino.
So we know exactly how they would work. That's cool.
There it is for the YouTubers that don't go on Facebook, for the YouTubers only. So these are on my Quest of Oak Island Facebook group. If you join there, it's free there. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button on YouTube for me, please. It's all free. I thank you so much on the YouTube side. Cindy says, Mr. Lasagna Spino.
Good one, Cindy.
Yep. He comes up with these pictures in this, but I like it. It's the latest. Like we had Corey on, he's on TV. We had this on and that on. They're close to being on TV. It's not really months away, 5 months away. It's current. You know what I mean? They're keeping current on what's going on.
Yes, and that makes it really, really great for us.
Yep, I love it. I love the timing because my memory's going. So if something's on, and then now that Tuesday when the show is over, they can come on and say their whole spiel that they couldn't say on the show, or they just chopped it up, and they can tell us their full program and what they can say. You know, Judy?
Oh, that would be great. Well, I hope some of them do.
Yep.
It would be put in our summer, John, for sure.
Yep. And like people say, well, why do you have them on now? Why don't you wait till the summer? They can't say much. Can't say much. They can say a lot as the show goes on. They can say what was on the program. So what's wrong with that? Come on again and say it again, and come on again and say it again. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Yeah, they can't talk about the current work they're doing, but they can talk about now they'll be able to talk about this year.
Right. But I'm saying, like now, after tonight, after last night, they can come on and mention everything that was on TV last night. So I like to keep current instead of saying, well, let's wait to the end of the year and give a whole big story. Johnny's brain couldn't take all that, I don't think.
Well, we don't want anything to happen to you, so we'll do what's best.
But you know what I'm saying? A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and then have a nice conclusion towards the end in the summer to say their whole story. But we already know parts of it because it was always very well presented here in the podcast.
Right.
And then
well, let's hope that that works out.
Right. And of course, like Tim says, they're like, if season 10's going on, they'll be starting to get busy very, very shortly, and they won't have time to come on the podcast. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the trouble.
All right. Let me put this up for you guys. This is for next week. It's called Treasure Island. When you see the table full of artifacts, you know they're ready to say their goodbyes outside the war room. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go. There it is. They're showing pictures from Portugal. They're showing wood from the swamp. They got the cross there, the lead cross there. They got the barrels. They got the sledgehammers. So when you see that table, Judy, you know what that means.
Yes, we are at the end for this year.
They try to tie it all up, and I think we still have a lot to go over.
And I'm thinking the drilling down next week, John, will give us lots to talk about because they are going to talk about the connections with the island and the Masons. So I'm thinking it'll be interesting.
Right, it's a whole hour of the Freemason factor. So you'll be busy.
Yes, I will.
It'll be a double workload. The last one.
Anything to do with the Masons or the Templars is my favorite subject, so I will enjoy that.
Richard, no rubber boot. Yeah, where's Roosevelt's boot on here?
Oh, right.
Richard is on the ball. You members are the best. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, Darlene, next Tuesday, drilling down, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I have no idea. Alrighty. Let me put this up. I already showed you this earlier from the new technology, which they told us in the beginning of the season, and they're not bringing it back to the final season, so final show, so you know they found something. They found some kind of object out of the last caisson. I don't know what it is. I couldn't get a clear picture. And Daniel, remember the end of last season, they were going to test the charcoal they found to determine where it was from. Yeah, a lot of things. I think, Daniel, we didn't get a lot of testing from the wood, and we didn't get testing from the charcoal because I think they were closed down, Judy. And I think all the places that were testing for them were shut down or had less employees. That's why we didn't get a lot of dates this year. You notice that?
Yes, I did. And I do remember them saying that one of the places that they used is, believe it or not, in Alaska, and that it was closed. And it could be, too, John, that so many were unvaccinated and unable to go into work.
Yeah, but we always got Mr. Tester. Well, on the table, we got the date for this and the date for that. That has not been done for weeks.
No, exactly.
And they call it one more trick. They got to be talking about the Muon. Is that the pronunciation, Judy? Muon?
Muon, yes.
Muon. Then there's the table, guys. We'll see this all next Tuesday. We'll see you next Tuesday, pre-show. I'll be on at 6:30, Judy.
Oh, okay, John.
6:30 p.m. Eastern time Tuesday, and then our regular time Wednesday with Judy, 7:30. Because I don't know who's coming on. If guests are coming on, maybe preview with me Tuesday or a couple will come on Wednesday. It's all up in the air, so I don't know till the last minute. But I know I'll be on pre-show next Tuesday at 6:30. Do our quick quest hour or quick quest 30, Judy.
Okay, John. Yeah, and then drilling down starts at 8, guys.
Mm-hmm. I guess they found another spike. Gary's holding a spike there. This is all for the show Treasure Island, the last show next Tuesday. These are screenshots from the promo. Alrighty. Then there's a hammer grab, some kind of beam, some kind of wood coming out of that.
That's definitely a formed beam. It's been cut.
Yep. So, guys, that was a good recap like I said, I'll be printing it out. I'll be sending it out to the Quest of Oak Island Facebook page so everybody can read it. That'll be later on, and all the snapshots and screenshots that I have done Tuesday and Wednesday. What's it, about 90 of them I usually post that everybody sees it. So everybody sees everything. And if you got questions on the screenshots, please watch the live show. It'll explain the screenshots. I'm not going to go through all 90 screenshots and say, this is this, this is that, this is this, this is that, Judy. They got to see the live show and understand where the screenshots came from. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly, John. That would take forever to do that.
Right. So we don't know if anything's going on this Saturday. You know, keep your eyes out on the Quest page or Twitter or YouTube. I'll notify people as far as I know. Like, I like this to be a podcast of people just give me a call and they want to come on, like we're drinking coffee, and we just come on and just present the show. You know what I mean?
Right, John. That's what I like about our format is it's easy going and everybody just sits back and enjoys it.
Yep. So there it is, the History Channel original series, The Curse of Oak Island, season finale, next Tuesday at 9/8 Central Time. All right, Judy, if you want to button it up, and then I'll button it up and get out of here.
All righty. So again, everybody, thank you for making my day today. You make my life. You really do. Please join us next week. And in the meantime, stay safe, please. And you too, John. And thank you.
Yep, we'll be talking to you shortly.
All righty.
All right, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Judy. All right, guys. That was a good recap show. Anything comes up, like I said, I'll let you know in the Facebook group or YouTube. Join that Templar Facebook group. Join that Templar Quest YouTube. Please support. I thank you so much if you like the content. But remember, members, always go forward. You may get a setback, but just believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams, no matter how old you are. You keep smiling. You be kind. For tomorrow's a never given. It never is in this crazy, crazy world. So everybody, please stay strong. Stay positive. Stay safe. Thank you for joining Judy and me. We'll see you next Tuesday pre-show at 6:30 p.m. for the last pre-show and final episode. We might have some guests on. I don't know yet. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you. Take care. And bye-bye.